Oh my goodness, is it Friday already? It's Friday? Oh my goodness, we made it to Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing, remarkable, fantastic, unbelievable. We made it to Friday. Another week in the books. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome to the show on this beautiful Friday morning. We are here and we are, wait, that's not me. That's me. We're live. All right, this is, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome to the show on this beautiful Friday morning. I don't know where you're at. Right here, it's just rain. Yeah, that's all right. Rain's good for the flowers, you know, and the plants and the corn. Well, out here, it's nothing but corn, right? How corny. Corny toads. All right, Ron Klutzer, what's up? Great to see you. You were number one. Now we're having fun. We're going to give you a happy dance. Here we go. All right, yes. Woohoo. Greg Jonick, number two. What's up? How do you do? Kingston 2000 is here. Good morning, all. That's everybody. That's all of us. Welcome to the show. Always great to see you, Greg Jonick. My tiny Chihuahua life is here. All right, great to see you. Greg Jonick, Group Maximilian's in the house. What's up? Good morning, Hez, and the rest of the Rash family from the left coast. All right. Yeah, that's the left. But well, wait, let me see. That's west. So yeah. Well, I didn't think about it until just now. Like, I just pointed with my left hand. But then I'm like, well, wait a minute. From where I'm sitting, that is west. That's east. So yeah, there you go. That works out. You got your left hand. You got your right hand. All right. A Devo reference there. All right, let's see. Greg Jonick, Highway Star. Highway Star. Yeah. All right. Greg Jonick, Robert Custos. Let's see. Tiny. David E. Persons. What's he got to say today? I love this part. Have you heard about the frauditor who stole the calendar? Well, he got 12 months. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Who else? Highway Star, Robert Custos, David E. Persons, Tiny, Terry Barnes. Happy Friday. God bless. God bless you, sir. Absolutely. Brian Showman, what's up? R.I.P. Bowling Water. You will be missed. Oh, that's a good one. What's up, Brian? Good to see you. All right. Yes. Highway Star, send the rain to us. We need it. Go ahead. Get out of here. I got to work today. I'm going to be standing outside in this crap. Oh, boy. Also, just a reminder, guys, today I'm going to do, the regular morning show schedule is going to go from, it's been down, but that's because I've been working, but it was a 3-hour show. Now it's going to be a tight hour and a half because I've been, I got my new job. I've been working. I've been in the training mode and all that. And starting September 1st, I'm going to be, my regular schedule is going to kick in, and I'm going to start at 8 my time every day. So by 7:30, I do the cupcake happy dance, and then I got to wrap it up because I got to get ready and get everything set and go to work. So that's going to be going forward. So because of that, since next week, Monday, technically would be my first day, but it's Labor Day. So they're not open on Labor Day. So because of that, I'm thinking of on Monday doing like a mega stream, since it's going to be short, like permanent. Well, not. See, that's the thing. I want to say from now on, the regular scheduled program is going to be an hour and a half, and that's going to be permanent. But of course, there'll be days like where I'm off work, where I'll be able to do more. And also I'll start throwing in more other things at different times of the day, or maybe on the weekends or something. I know Cupcake Frauditor News Network, Maggie's been talking about wanting to do, not bring back the Saturday show, but do a few episodes just for old time's sake, because she had so much fun doing them. So that's all coming down the pike. But again, ultimately at the moment, the plan is for Monday to do like a mega stream, something big, since I don't have to work that day, and it's going to be the last day before, almost like a duel, several things, right? Celebrating me getting the new job and getting my regular hours finally, going through the training period and getting through it. Like, it's all good. Like, okay, cool. You're hired on for sure, full time, all the time. Here's your schedule. Here's your hours. That's it. So that's awesome. So it's a celebration of that. Of course, it's Labor Day, so celebration of that. The last chance to do a big, crazy show before it's going to be permanently an hour and a half show, with the occasional longer episodes on days off and all that good stuff. Wait, it's Kevin's birthday? LaDonna Rogers, what's up? Great to see you. Great to have you here. All right, Kevin Omega, here we go. Omega Man, dag nabbit, read it right. ZX Arcade. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kenny Omega is the greatest wrestler in the world. I mean, Kevin Omega, man, dude. ZX Arcade, happy birthday to you. Woo. All right. Yeah. Lexi Ann's in the house. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lexi. Great to see you. Let's see. The Donna Rogers, Highway Star, Tiny Chihuahua, Robert Custos. All right. Birthday cake. Yes. Brian Showman, Kevin. All right. Here we go. Thank you so much. You are most welcome, sir. Absolutely. So, oh man, Shevitz. What a nightmare. When I got off of work yesterday, I get home, and I don't know if any of you know anything about this right now, what happened last night. I know Jaime was there. Jaime Palmetto Bay was there, so I know he knows. But I get off of work, I come home, I turn on the computer, and I see all this stuff about, remember those two cops that have their own YouTube channel, and one of their episodes was about Frauditors? So then Dr. Phil invited them onto the Dr. Phil show to like kind of have like a debate with Josh Abrams or whatever. And they filmed it and whatever, you know, it was all good. And then they got home and then they like posted a video where they talked about their experience on the show. So I come home from work yesterday and apparently their channel's been deleted because Long Island Audit or somebody was doing some crazy, like insane crossing the line to shut down their free speech. And it was like, and I didn't know what was going on. I logged on and I saw all of these things popping up about that. But, you know, just like from the thumbnails and the headers. And I noticed that John Felix was live talking about it. So immediately I think, okay, he's probably going to be taking the pro-frauditor side. Well, of course, he's going to be taking the pro-frauditor side. But I mean, he is talking about it. Maybe I could learn something about what happened because I didn't know anything about it. I just, like I said, saw a couple thumbnails and some titles. So I went in there and I said something about it in the chat. And then he dropped the link and invited me up. So I'm like, all right, let's talk about this. So I went up there. First of all, after talking to him again yesterday, he pretty much not clarified, but I got a little bit more information about the Frauditpalooza. See, he didn't like me calling it Frauditpalooza. He says, I was respectful to you, but you're the Auditpalooza in Florida on the 19th of October. It is going to be indoors on private property. So, of course, he went out of his way to do it that way so that I can't, or anybody can't, stand out on the public sidewalk and film them and what's going on because they're going to be in a building with the doors shut. And he said that maybe if I email him and give him some of my information, we could talk back and forth if he sends me a list of, you know, what I would and would not, since it is on private property, what I would and would not be allowed to film. And I agreed to that, then maybe we can discuss allowing me to come in there as a member of the press. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But anyway, it's not like in my head I was imagining like when you go to like when there's a convention in a hall or something and you just walk in there and you know I don't know, you could film it and people going in and out and this and that, but he's saying like it's this big, you know, thing that's behind closed doors and you know, good luck getting in there. So I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, that's beside the point. So we get in there and we start talking about this thing with the cops. And at the time, I didn't know anything about it. And apparently neither did he. And even he said that. So I'm not dissing him saying he didn't even know what he was talking about. No, like he even said, he's like, yeah, I just heard that these guys deleted their channel. It's like, yeah, me too. But I don't know. It was fascinating having this conversation with this guy again at this point, because I think this is like the third or fourth time I've talked to him, and it's just like it's weird, because I'm always saying, like, I want to try and understand their perspective, their point of view on things. And the problem with like, I was enjoying the conversation when it was getting to the point where he was actually explaining things from his point of view, because that's what I'm always trying to understand, because I can never understand where these guys are coming from. So hearing him describe that, like, I was like, hey, you know what? This is cool. I like this. I'm actually enjoying having this conversation with you now. But the majority of the conversation was him doing what he does, answering questions with questions or deflecting. It was so weird. And he started calling me out for getting so frustrated and so flabbergasted. And it's like, because, dude, it's like, hey, can you explain to me why it's acceptable, why you consider it to be socially acceptable for someone to walk into a building, and if somebody says, please don't film me, to immediately start swearing at and attacking the person who said that? And then his answer would be, well, didn't you hear about that cop who shot that lady with the boiling water? What? What are you talking about? Well, come on, man. Cops are bad. I'm talking about frauditors. Yeah, man. Cops are really bad. Okay, yeah. Here's the thing. I'm asking you a question about First Amendment auditors and the tactics they use to push their false narratives, and asking for your commentary on that. Yeah, cops are bad. What? Wait, what? What? What are you talking? What? So whatever. But again, after we were going back and forth for a while, and eventually he started actually talking to me. And at that point, it was like, okay, now we're actually having a conversation. Now this is potentially going to go somewhere. Who knows? I don't know. But then, he's still firmly where he's at, and I'm still where I'm at, and that's it. Morning has, I doubt Felix isn't worried about you filming it. I'm betting it's more the extremists and agent provocateur that they're concerned about. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I know that they don't want somebody to go in there specifically looking for trouble. The problem is that that's the whole point of frauditing, is going into a place specifically, purposely looking for trouble. It's like, that's what they do. But no, they don't want anyone to do that to them. Everything is so insane. And it's like, and everything, like, for example, the whole thing was about these cops having to delete their channel because of the stuff Long Island Audit was doing. And by the way, Keebler, thank you very, very, very much for that video yesterday. That was awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously. But the whole point of it was that these cops had to delete their channel because of Long Island Audit going after them. And that was supposed to be the whole subject of the debate, or the discussion, because it wasn't really a debate. He invited me up on panel, so I went up there. But like, anytime I would bring that up, he would always say, like, well, they're cops, so all of their private information doesn't exist. They don't have private information. It's all public. So there. I mean, he didn't say it like that. But it's like, so that's your answer. Well, they doxed me once. I've been doxed. So that makes doxing okay? Like, I even told him, I'm like, I don't agree with people doxing you. I don't agree with anybody being doxed. I don't believe in it at all. Well, yeah, but they're cops, so it's okay to do it to them. What video? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yes. It was awesome. So anyway, that's what I wanted to open with today. I wanted to start with the story of those cops having to delete their channel and all that. CyberX, hey, good morning. Good to see you. Happy birthday, Kevin Omega, CX Arcade. Yeah. Vegas Valley was the worst, especially, when it came to doxing and stuff, man. That guy, that was his whole goal in life, was to dox the world. I hate doxing. I don't believe in it. I'm all the way against it. But again, it's like I'm trying to talk to this guy yesterday. And it's like everything. Oh, and there was something, and I've said it on this show before, and I wish I would have thought of it last night. I'm sure everybody's been in that position where, like, you talk to somebody about something, and then later on, after it's over and they're gone, you think of something you should have said or wanted to say and forgot at the time. Voodoo's cousin did that. I woke up and it was him on my phone. Oh no. But that's awesome, Keebler. Oh man, where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about this thing with these cops having to delete their channel. So it seemed like almost every it was what I wanted to say to him before, like a long time ago, and I didn't remember it until after our discussion was over. And it's like, damn it, I wish I could have said this to him, because he once again, and like he always does every time I talk to him, he starts bringing up the Chase Allen thing. Well, if the police didn't pull him over in the first place just because he didn't have a license plate, he'd still be alive today. Okay. If the Frauditor wasn't there filming in the first place, nobody'd be getting pepper sprayed or losing their jobs or being call flooded or getting, their heads bashed open. But it's their fault for walking up to the cameraman and saying something. But again, I didn't say this to him yesterday, and I wish I could have, because that was his argument, right? His argument was, and this is why when I started to get fascinated, like trying to understand the perspective of these people. When somebody walks up to the camera and says, please don't film me, or asks, why are you filming me? What they're thinking is, wow, there's so many insane, out of their mind, batshit crazy lunatics in this world. Just look at them. He came up to a guy with a camera and said, what are you filming? What a lunatic. What a psychopath. What a nutcase. These guys are out of their damn minds. Like, they think that people coming up to somebody filming and asking why they're filming or saying, I don't like being filmed, please don't film me, is a psychotic, lunatic, nutcase, batshit crazy, insane. Like, he's like explaining this to me, and I'm fascinated by it. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I thought you guys were just assholes for the purpose of being assholes. I didn't know that you actually had mental problems where you perceive someone just trying to engage with another human being as a nutcase for engaging with another human. You're making the assumption that they think. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Kingstu 2000 with a 16-month membership milestone. 16 months, man. I must be a glutton for punishment. I look forward to another 16 months and more. All right. Thank you so much. Here's your happy dance, buddy. All right. Yes. So anyway, but again, ultimately, in the end, and this is why, this is one of the reasons why I did go up there at all, but there's something about, like I said, I was talking to John for a while, and initially it was very aggressive, because I went in there swinging, because it's like, oh man, you're celebrating these cops having to take down their channel. You're celebrating a scumbag shutting down someone else's free speech. And, cops are bad, so they deserve it. What? No. What are you talking? No, nobody. And then I get frustrated. But after a while, because we were up there for a while, by the end, it was like, hey, we were actually having a conversation. And once it reached that point, then it was all right. Two human beings actually talking, not just pro-frauditor, anti-frauditor going at each other, but actually two people having a conversation. At that point, I actually dug it. And I actually liked it. Look at this crazy person. They belong in the insane asylum. Meanwhile, the person the person in question, please don't film me. Right. Yeah, exactly. Ultimately, it seems to me what I got out of talking to him yesterday is that that he's a cop hater, and that at one point he said that the majority, I want to see where he got this statistic or if he just made it up in his head. He said the majority of murderers, rapists, of violent, criminals are cops. The overwhelming majority of murderers and rapists are police officers. I'd like to know where he got that statistic from. So anyway, what I learned is, one, that they're cop haters, and they're definitely a cop hater, and that no matter what you say or do, it doesn't matter because cops are bad, okay? Cops are bad, okay? Yeah, but what about these frauditors going around filming random people on the street? Well, cops are bad, okay? Well, yeah, but what about these? Crap, it's raining now. The rain's starting to come in. I got to go close the windows. So anyway, let's go ahead and move forward to the video. Well, it's not too bad right now. I could let it go for another second while I set this up. But see, this is the thing, and I said this to him yesterday. I never support bad cops. I could never support bad cops. But it's like the answer to every question was a question about bad cops. It's like, I still, even after talking to him for over an hour yesterday, I still don't understand the correlation between some guy standing in front of Starbucks going like this and stopping corrupt cops from being corrupt. Like, how does standing out in front of Dairy Queen going like this, or standing in the post office like this, have any effect on bad cops at all? Are there bad cops? Yeah. Is there government corruption? Yeah. Is this how you stop it? Screw you. Yeah, screw you, buddy, snowflake bootlicker. Anyway, so the whole thing started with these two cops having to delete their channel. So let's take a look at that story. That's the opening story for today. And that's how the whole thing started. So let's go ahead and check that out while I go close these windows.
Especially after last Friday, but this was utterly disgusting. Remember the Law Maniacs podcast? Well, their channel is gone. It is private or deleted at the moment, probably private, because Long Island Audit revealed their information. He revealed their full names as well as their place of employment. Now, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think he did that as a retaliation, but it is what it is. So let's take a look at the video.
Not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me.
Is that the assault?
That was it.
That's the assault? This is what this Long Island Audit guy got him in trouble for? Sean, you soft, man.
You'll be lucky you don't leave here in cuffs today.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to leave. Why would I leave here in cuffs?
Because you assaulted me on camera.
I'll be right here like this. Like this. Because I'm still working here.
Allied University basically removed me to a site that was less hours, less pay.
As far as I can tell, he is not violent. He's not using profanity. He's been incredibly polite.
So the video barely started, and Sean is already exposing how much of a piece of shit he is. But I do have good news. This is Trey. You guys remember him. He's a security guard that confronted LIA, totally owned him, and then LIA tried to ruin his life. Well, I have good news. He's going to be on my panel tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, and he's going to answer questions about how it went on Dr. Phil, interactions with Sean, and it's going to be a very awesome live stream. And he also has a special announcement for you guys, so make sure to tune in tomorrow night on Friday the 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to schedule the live stream later on this evening, so you'll be able to set a reminder. But let's get back to the video.
Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here. Back again with another video. On June 20th, 2024, Allied Universal Security Guard Trey, who assaulted me during one of my First Amendment audits in Virginia, as well as both appeared on the Dr. Phil show. Trey blatantly lied about our interaction and pretended to be a victim. He even went so far as to cry on national television, stating that a veteran took his life because of my interaction with said veteran. The problem is I never had any interaction with a veteran during the audit. Before we expose Trey, let's expose Sergeant and his partner, Sergeant. Both currently employed by the police department. They also work for a company called I'll leave a link to the company's Facebook page in the description so you can learn more.
So in a matter of 90 seconds, Long Island Audit revealed their first and last names, their place of employment, and he also revealed their business. So the link to all that stuff, he put it in the description. And in my personal opinion, I think he did it to retaliate because he didn't like what they were saying about him. So he said, you know what? Here's all their info. At least that's my opinion. You guys can make your own opinions on what happened here. Now, that obviously had an effect, and their channel is now private or deleted. Not 100% sure. It's most likely private. Now, let's ask ourselves, why did they do this? Why is their channel private? And I have a good theory. Once again, I'm just speculating. This is just a theory. So don't quote me on that. That is their true motive. I have no idea, but that seems logical to me. It's one of the possibilities. So what is the number one job of a man? It is to provide for his family. And they have probably people who are counting on them to provide. They cannot provide if they lose their job or they lose their business. And one of the officer there said that as a police officer, it is very risky to give your opinion because giving an opinion can get you fired. And maybe they were okay with giving their opinion to a small audience. But when Long Island Audit revealed their place of employment, as well as their full names and where they work and their business, maybe they start receiving negative reviews and possibly some other types of interactions. And then maybe the cost of doing business when it comes to the channel became too high, because keep in mind, this is not how they provide for their family. This was just a small channel they had on the side. But I guess time will tell. We'll find out more in the future. Let's keep watching.
Sergeants also host a podcast where they spew pro-police propaganda. On a recent episode, they spoke about Sergeant experience on the Dr. Phil show.
Dr. Phil, on to his credit, because I always appreciate anybody who is a diehard law enforcement fan. Dr. Phil, he'll even tell you he bleeds blue. You should probably get that checked out.
Full transparency, I was invited to go on the Dr. Phil show, but I politely declined. I didn't know who was going to be on the show at the time. I just thought it would be a complete waste of my time.
So when I first posted this video, I had a couple mistakes in there, and that's why I wanted to re-edit it. There's some words I want to change. Also, I forgot to blur out the officer's name a couple times. And one thing also I got wrong is that I said he had a fluff piece with Andrew Cuomo. Well, it wasn't Andrew, it was Chris. And why I'm saying that is that Long Island Audit had no issue going on an interview with Chris Cuomo, but he doesn't want to do an interview with Dr. Phil. To me, it kind of seems like he knew where the interview was going to go, and it was going to be an anti-Frauditor interview, and that's why he didn't want to go. So why would Chris Cuomo be worth your time and Dr. Phil wouldn't be? My opinion, it's probably because he knew it wasn't going to make him look good, that the show wasn't going to be airing on his side.
However, Josh from Accountability for All did appear on the show, and this is what Sergeant Grunder said about him.
I informed Dr. Phil show that it would be their best decision to keep us apart. Period. Because
be honest, bro.
I didn't want to put you in the fucking mouth because I was literally I watched a couple of your things and I was like, man, fuck this dude. I'm like, listen.
You don't sugarcoat it, bro.
Yeah, I'm-
I think if you'd have put him in the green room prior to the interaction, I
Could've
think
been
things
bad.
could have got very
It would have
ugly.
been bad.
Yeah. You know, because of roid rage.
Don't sugarcoat it, bro. Be honest. Let the world know you wanted to viciously assault a man because you don't like the way he exercises his rights. We're law enforcement. Everyone knows that's our MO. Now let's hear their thoughts on yours truly.
Here, Long Island Audit is painting them in the worst light as possible by using creative editing, and he's selectively choosing a couple scenes from their podcast. Because if you watch the whole podcast, well, it's not available anymore, but if you watch the whole thing, they said that they respected Josh for having the balls to show up on the Dr. Phil show, even though everybody was going to be against him. So once again, when frauditors make a video, they like to paint a narrative. And in this case, he just selectively chose a couple parts of the podcast that would fit his narrative best. Now let's keep watching.
Levels of auditors. You got that Long Island auditor guy, Sean. He's just kind of he's a smug asshole.
Remember, everyone, the chief of the approves of these officers spewing their hateful rhetoric to the world.
We had to get permission from the chief.
Obviously got
Right.
permission from
Yeah,
the chief.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Now, let's take a look at my interaction with Allied Universal Security Guard Trey to expose his lies. We will come back to these officers a little later. We aren't done with them just yet.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
What'd you say?
I said you gotta go.
Who are you?
You gotta go. The boss said you have to go. Come on.
Who are you? Allied Universal?
Yes.
And your name?
Come on.
Come on, what?
So you one of them.
Why are you saying I'm one of
I'm one of them. I wanted to be like recording it. I be watching a lot of videos. I see this, but you making people feel real uncomfortable.
So as I said earlier, Trey is going to be on my show tomorrow, and we're going to be doing a deep dive on this event. I just wanted to point out how he approached him very politely, said, "You got to go." He was basically whispering to not embarrass Long Island Audit. And LIA repaid that kindness by trying to get him arrested and trying to have him lose his job because, as he said, you're going to be fired, you're going to lose your job. I think this truly shows Sean's character because Trey was simply trying to do his job. He didn't come out there, woke up that morning to try to ruin people's day or to violate his First Amendment right, because you can't even do that in the first place. Trey's a security guard. He doesn't work for the government. He cannot violate anybody's First Amendment right. So this whole pretext of a First Amendment audit, it totally goes out the window.
It's not closed. It's not closed. It's not closed. We need to hold you accountable.
You want the door shut. You want the door shut.
I want to shut. And I want
You
You're not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me. Stop. Get off of me, man.
Is that the assault?
That was it.
That's the assault?
That's the assault.
This is what this Long Island audit guy got him in trouble for? Wait, that's the assault? Come on, that's weak, bro. Sean, you soft, man.
Now, Sergeant. That's not very nice. You're a law enforcement officer. You should know the law. Trey clearly broke the law. As far as being soft, let me ask you a question, Sergeant. If I were to push you in the same exact way that Trey pushed me, what would you have done? My guess is that you would have gone into a roid rage. Remember, you said you take them, not me. And you and your brothers in blue would jump me and beat me down, then charge me with a felony assault on a law enforcement officer. Am I right, Sergeant? Would your brothers in blue call you soft for arresting me and beating me? I don't think they would.
So Sean, the auditor, pushes charges on this poor guy, Trey. Trey's a security guard.
Yeah.
Right. Seems like a nice guy. He's just doing his job. And when I watched the video, he was following orders from his boss.
The old just following orders excuse.
And so now you got a whole soy boy fan base that shows up.
Soy boy fan base. Did you know, Sergeant, that some of your brothers in blue support me? Are they soy boys? Is anyone not on steroids a soy boy to you?
And then gives this poor guy even more grief. They're bullies.
We're not fans. You know, you can get your point across without
being a bully.
Without
harassment.
bullying.
Yeah.
Without some of the antics, the tough talk.
Sean, you soft, man.
Well, I heard-
He's a smug asshole. Sean from from Long Island dipshit. They're bullies.
We're not fans.
Well, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? It seems to me that you are the bully here, Sergeant. You laughed when Sergeant said he would commit violence against an auditor. You've called me a dipshit, smug, and a frauditor. Don't worry, I know you're just trying to bait me, right? Lucky for you, I'm not in law enforcement and I'm not a fish, so I do not take bait. I am in control of my own emotions and take accountability for my actions. It's truly scary that you train law enforcement across the country. You need to raise your standards, Sergeant. Now let's get back to exposing Trey's lies.
Hey, get off of me.
You gotta don't put yourself in a situation where you're gonna.
Well, you saw him, right? Now I'm going to hold him accountable when the officers get here. You're going to get an education here today. I'm telling you that. You're going to get an education here today.
First of all, let's talk about this picture. This picture is an absolute disgrace. The fact that a police department would invite Sean, a convicted felon, to teach them about First Amendment and transparency and all that shit, that is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And they should be ashamed of themselves because they gave him clout, they gave him credit, and now look at what he's doing with this. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is what Trey actually did. And that just blows my mind. It's unbelievable. His job is a security guard. He is there to make sure that there's no disruptions in the building. The person that is in charge of the building, his boss, told him, close the door. And he did exactly that. He did what the person in charge of the building told him to do. And then he got charged for it, which is beyond ridiculous. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. If he was a police officer, nothing would have happened because he was just doing his job. Then why is the security guard even there if he can't close the door on someone who's not supposed to be there? Why even have a security guard if you're not going to allow him to do his job? Anyways, let's keep watching.
I'm not trespassing this building.
All right, so this is almost over, but I want to say some things, make some commentary about it, because, like I said, and Sean Paul Reyes does it in this video. I mean, this whole thing, right? Like I said last night, when I first heard about it, I saw that John Felix was live about it. So I would, because I didn't know what was going on. I wanted to find out from somebody, and I saw he was live, so I decided to click on his. I said something in the chat. He gave me a link, invited me on panel, so I went up on panel, and we had a discussion. And there was a lot of button heads because, like I said, just like what Long Island Audit did there, everything you said, in fact, the very first thing I said was, so you guys think it's great that Long Island Audit basically is trying to ruin these guys' lives and ruin that security guard's life. And then you celebrate when these people ruin guys' lives. And his answer to that was, police ruin people's lives every time they throw someone in jail. Like I said, everything I say, almost everything, like I said, there were points of the conversation that were actually like a real conversation. But most of what I said, the answer was either he would answer a question with a question, and or he would turn it back towards cops are bad, okay? Like, hey, why was it okay for Kootenai County Press to shoot that guy? Well, for that one, he said, I never heard of him. I don't know what you're talking about. Of course you don't know what I'm talking about when I mention the scumbags that I come on here and talk about every day, right? So you're going to go in after me for talking about people you never even heard of. So how do you know I'm not right if you never heard of them? And then I mentioned Impact Media. Oh, yeah, those guys are great. Yeah, the ones who just pepper spray people all day, every day, and just love it and bash the dude's head open. Well, cops are bad, okay? This is basically the answer to everything. Cova42, what's up? Let's see. Happy Friday, everyone. I overslept again. That's Donna Ray with the membership milestone. Here's your happy dance. All right, yes. Anyway, talking about actually having a real conversation with someone, being able to actually just sit down and have a real conversation. There is someone that I can have an actual conversation with. Mr. Thomas, what's up, buddy?
What's going on here? Good morning, everybody.
Good
How you doing this morning?
I'm all right. I'm glad it's Friday, man. I'm ready to go.
Okay, before I say anything, I have a dad joke for you.
All right, here we go. What's up?
Where did George Washington keep his armies?
Where?
In his sleeveys. Waitress on the way out, everybody.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I seen this video. Yes, I seen this video. Yes, well, the first one that the Frauditor put out, and I see that he had to re-upload it. LIA is just a piece of garbage. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
These police officers, they was off duty. They wasn't even doing their job. But yet he wants to silence their First Amendment.
Yep.
So if you're a First Amendment auditor and you fight for people's First Amendment rights, but yet you silence other people's First Amendment rights because you don't like what they said about you. This sounds like they hurt your feelings, dog.
Yes. Exactly.
They sound like they hurt your feelings. I'm like, I really think that LIA should call the feelings police.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing that he said. Go ahead.
And then he said, because the guy, the security guard, was doing what his boss told him to do. Of course, you're going to do what your boss told you to do, or you get fired. LIA will understand that if he had a job and wasn't a convicted felon, he would have a job where a boss could tell him what to do. Then he would have to do it, or he would get fired. I'm trying to figure out where all this making sense.
Well, the thing is, it's the things you're saying are all great, but with that specifically, what it is they are talking about this idea during World War II, after the war, where they'll bring a Nazi on charges of murdering, 500 Jews, and like, well, I was just following orders. Like, oh yeah, you're using the just following orders excuse. But that's completely different than your job is to get trespassers out of the building. So your boss tells you to get the trespasser out of the building. That's not the same thing.
Exactly. I'm like, the guy was doing his job. I'm like, because, then the guy was charged and he had to go to court. And Sean did not show up at all. See, if I was the judge, I just would have dropped it and dismissed the case. No charges. I'm like, how you not gonna show up? If you want to press charges against this person for assault, you would at least show up for court. You would at least show up and tell your side of the story. Show some type of evidence that you was assaulted. You better have a doctor's note or something, because if you was assaulted, you at least will have something to show, not a video showing that you was actually holding the door, preventing him from trying to close the door. So he had to get you off the door for him to close it. How is that an assault?
Well, he didn't show up to court because he already got his sycophant, sheeple, brainwashed, lens-licking fans to flood the crap out of this guy in his business until that they disciplined him for it, and he already got in trouble.
Yeah, they moved him down to a position that I think it was less days and less money. That's the same thing that Allied did to the guy in Colorado who Regan Benson was harassing. He got moved to somewhere else and put down. I'm like, what type of crap is that?
Yep. I'm telling you, man, this is just off the rails with these guys. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Let's see.
I mean, LIA is a piece of. I mean, he's a piece of work. Say he didn't want to go on a Dr. Phil show because it'd be a waste of his time. I'm not a huge fan of Dr. Phil, but Dr. Phil, will tell you where you're wrong at.
Right.
He will tell you where you're wrong, and he'll tell you where you're right. But for him to not go on there, Frauditor was right. He was scared. At least I give accountability for all credit for going on the Dr. Phil show.
Right.
I'm like, if you believe in your cause, you would go on there and fight for your cause.
And again, that whole thing, like that Sean Paul Reyes, that Long Island Audit was flexing about, well, these cops support me and called me in to teach this class or whatever. Never forget, guys, never forget. that was a situation where one of the officers actually did legitimately screw up the case against him. So if he actually did try to take action against him, he would have a legitimate claim against the cops. So they asked him to teach this class about the First Amendment as a kind of a please don't sue us because we know we actually did legitimately screw up this time.
Even though he was probably giving them misinformation.
No, but I mean, when you look at the whole story, the cops legitimately did screw up.
Yeah, they did screw up. Yeah.
It was like, oh, well, how are we going to get this guy not to sue us? Well, why don't you come teach us a class on the First Amendment? So now to this day, he's still flexing. See, these cops love me. They did it to get you to shut up and not sue them.
Okay. So
Man.
basically, he said he don't take the bait. I'm like, you took the bait that day.
Well, that's the thing, and I said this yesterday on the Felix show. I was like, look, the problem is like these guys are putting out the bait, and if anyone takes the bait, they're the bad guy for taking the bait. Always ignore the fact that the guy's throwing it out there in the first place. It's like, well, what if a fisherman throws a bait out there and then a shark comes? I'm like, yeah, it's the fisherman's fault that they were chumming in the water in the first place. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway,
I'm like, what's gonna happen?
Right. This video's almost over. Let's check out the end of it. See what else we got here.
Sure.
Excuse me?
I'm not trespassing.
We're not trespassing you at this point.
Okay.
So, no. They
Okay.
don't want to pursue anything with trespassing. No.
Okay.
All right, fellow patriots, I absolutely loved making this video. I love exposing tyrannical law enforcement officers to the world, especially ones who spew pro-police propaganda and advocate for violence against members of the public.
You know, how many cops have been fired for social media posts over the years?
Then try to gaslight the public into thinking they're the ones in the wrong. We are the bullies. We are the harassers, yet they engage in that rhetoric, not us. As far as Trey, the video clearly showed he is a liar. He is not a victim. He was the aggressor. He committed an assault. There was never any veteran that I had interacted with. I'll always remember Trey's famous last words.
I'll be right here like this, because I'm still working here.
Turns out he didn't stay at the veteran's office. He was transferred and his hours were cut, forcing him to quit, according to him. Always remember, do not let anyone control your emotions because then they will control you. Let me know your thoughts on Trey and Sergeant. So as always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.
Look at this. Now he's promoting his hats and his mugs. It almost sounds like it's all about the money. Anyways, that's it for the video. It sucks for the Law Maniacs channel. I do hope that one day they will reactivate their channel. It was nice to have police officers on our side who aren't afraid to tell the truth. But at the end of the day, we don't know their real motives for putting it private or deleting it at the moment. I do really hope that they come back, though, because their show was really entertaining. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern for a special live stream with Trey. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Man, oh man, oh man. What a crazy situation that was.
I have to catch that live stream. Tonight. It sounded kind of interesting.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what that guy has to say about everything and how it went down. Because again, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, we just watched the video and we saw the whole thing, like literally.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we need him to leave. Okay, so make him leave.
Right. I'm trying to figure out why is Sean Paul Reyes trying to sound like Robert Stack from Unsolved Mysteries?
Right? He's trying to do like the voice. And of course, always selling the narrative.
I mean, remember now, that's the same video with when he had a plant coming. Remember the other guy that was in there? There was a plant who knew Sean. Sean brought in there. And the reason we figured all that because who all went in? I think Frauditor went in. I think Dummy Kruger. They all went and found this guy, and him and Sean Reyes knew each other. So he had him to come down there because why all of a sudden will this guy come in there start doing the exact same thing he doing?
Right.
That's the same. I say that's the same video.
Oh yeah. But and I get so frustrated when I look at this, and it always, it's again, even after yesterday trying to get a glimpse into their mindset, it really looks like what it all comes down to is that every single one of these people is completely blinded by their hatred for the police. Like that's all that is. Their whole entire existence is just hating cops. Like they have nothing in their lives. They have no family, no friends, no jobs, no books, no hobbies, no, just hating the police 24/7. Hate the cops, hate them, hate, embrace the hate. Like that's, they live for it.
The only time they like the police is when when the police are letting them get away with the harassment of people.
Yep.
I'm like for instance, like I told you yesterday, look at Taco Terry. Well, how's it going, brother? I'm like, oh, now they're brother, but when they tossing your behind out the door, name and badge number.
Yeah, right. Or when they need the cops because someone touched their phone. Hey, Uncle Artie's using his 15-month membership milestone to make a video request. All right, here's your evidence. All right, yes.
Like you MTV asked you to play my video.
Yeah. They lack control in their own lives, so that's what they do as an attempt to regain it. Yeah, it definitely seems that way to me. Like the only way they're control freaks. They love telling people what to do and barking orders at people and giving people directives. No, you let me film. No, you stay back there. No, you don't tell me what, like violating everyone else's rights. As long as they get to hold their camera, that's all that matters. It's like they want more rights because they're holding a camera.
Right, and then if Sean would have really listened to what the two police officers were saying, they said what they was doing was not against the law, but you still have to abide by the the rules they set when you go into these government buildings. They never said that you couldn't record.
Right.
Even though they don't like them, but they said
exactly.
You still have the right to record. You still have the right, your First Amendment, but you don't have a right, to harass people.
Right.
That's the thing. Is, though,
it's like,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, see, the thing is, Sean was just all up in his feelings. He got his little feelings hurt. So what does he do? He doctors them, which is basically, I think, doxing is against the law, especially, on the internet when you done dox these people full names, where they work at, their address.
No, you got it all wrong. See, I talked to John Felix yesterday, and he said that it's okay to dox cops because they're cops. See, it's okay to violate the rights of cops because they're cops. See, anything that you do that's bad, if you're doing it to a cop, it's okay. Yeah, but if you're doing it to a cop, it's okay, no matter what it is.
Yeah,
Uncle Artie, look at this. But wait, I got a super chat for $2 from Uncle Artie requesting to play his video, but he wants an entry into the giveaway for Uncle Artie's skull, voodoo skull, and tombstone, and Cripple Cat tombstone for the next giveaway. Here's your happy dance, Uncle Artie. All right, yes.
Now you have to play his video. He paid you $2.
All right, yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to follow up that suggestion from Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity. I'm going to follow up his suggestion to play his new video by playing Keebler No Sugarcoating Elf's new video. All right.
There's a man on the tube with the channel so bright. Oh, Frauditors is where he shines the light. It's all about the morals, got a heart so true. And sometimes the details get lost in the view. He's a big teddy bear, just wants to be treated like anyone, no matter if you disagree. He's part of the danger family. He's standing tall. With a smile so warm, he welcomes all.
You see the head poking under the stall, looking up at her with a camera. What are you doing? She screams. Like, I'm recording you, said Denver Metro Audit. What is the bathroom? She screams. Yes, the public bathroom. So I expectation of privacy and public intelligence. You don't belong in here, she yelled. I didn't see any sign saying that, DNA replied.
From Chicago.
He's a big teddy bear, just wants to be treated like anyone, no matter if you disagree. He's part of the danger family. He's standing tall. With a smile so warm, he welcomes all.
You're Italian. Oh man.
He may miss the vibrance,
real
but never his soul.
One of the coolest things is
it says ladies' room right on the door. Maybe it does, but it doesn't say no men allowed, does it yet? What? That's stupid, she's funny.
He's a big teddy bear, just wants to be treated like anyone, no matter if you disagree. He's part of the danger family, he's standing tall. With a smile so warm, he welcomes all.
You gotta walk in there and say, and order a combo, man.
Even when the world seems harsh and cold,
if they don't know what you're
he's
talking
there
about,
for
you're
truth, brave and bold. In the danger family, he's found his place, a moral compass in the digital space.
and I was like, but little guy, you know, I've been watching them. I was a little guy, and it is ultimately
Tune in and listen to his stories unfold. And then, part of the follies where he always cares. He's just a man who wants what's right.
I got
Teddy bear who stands up to fight. He's a part of the danger family. Proud to say.
And of course,
part of the follies. With a heart full of love and morals.
You don't know what cool is, but
he's just like
there was a thing they did in the 80s that
looking
they
for
don't
truth.
I think the 80s was a lot of making kids movies that didn't have a happy ending. Like, I don't know what it was
Found
about
in the digital realm or the stream.
I was muted. Holy crap!
Yeah,
Hammer
he was
sandwich
muted.
sauce.
I like that video.
Oh
You have
no!
you have your own theme song and Titantron.
Yes, and there's another song after that that we'll play in a minute. And there was also the song that that this guy did from the Bob's show. Morning, everyone. Hope you're well. Happy Friday. Yes, 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 yes.
Comedy Bob, we meet again.
Yes. All right. Excuse me. So I paused it there. We got about 2 minutes left. One more song in there, but in the meantime, in between, I wanted to show this just to satiate the masses, and you know, God honored.
If this is the voicemail for Uncle Artie, you are a jerk. This is Chilita De Castro calling. I seen what you wrote in a comment to me on Telecline's YouTube video. How dare you? I never did nothing to you. I only tried to stand down, win from you, and make you gag until you can't breathe anymore. Then I'll sue you for $50 million. I'll throw a taco at you, then finish you off with a leg sweep of doom. Oh, tell that lovely crippled cat that I said, I will see you soon, my lady. I tilt my fedora hat to you. Crippled cat, give me a big kiss. Smoochy, smoochy, smoochies.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe. Do it now, or I'll hunt you down. Smash like, subscribe.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Damn,
no.
I see that yesterday. I was laughing so hard. Smoochies, smoochies.
Oh man. Anyway, you know what? Let's see. It's 10 after. We got about 10 minutes to the cupcake dance. Let's go ahead and let's finish off the Keebler song. All right. This is part 2 of the Keebler Elf song. Let's go. Keebler, no sugar-coated truth. All right.
There's a man named Follies with a curious style. He's got a sidekick, a doll named Voodoo with a camera in hand, causing chaos too. Oh, Frauditor Follies and his little voodoo, running around the streets filming all that they do. They've got a mission to expose and reveal, but sometimes the doll just loves a little thrill. Voodoo's got a mind of its own, that's clear. Sneaking through the crowd, causing panic and fear. With a twist and a turn, it's always on the run, chasing after stories, just looking for fun. Oh, Frauditor Follies and his little voodoo, running around the streets, filming all that they do. They've got a mission to expose and reveal, but sometimes the doll just loves a little thrill.
My First Amendment right as an independent journalist.
Voodoo's got a mind of its own, that's clear. Sneaking through the crowd, causing panic and fear. With a twist and a turn, it's always on the run, chasing after stories, just looking for fun. Oh, Frauditor Follies and his little voodoo, running around the streets, filming all that they do. They've got a mission to expose and reveal, but sometimes the doll just loves a little thrill. Whoa, Follies tries to keep it cool, playing it straight.
But it was basically.
But Voodoo's on a roll, ready to instigate.
Why didn't we?
With every click and flash, there's a new escapade. In the world of live streams, they're a renegade. One day in the park, Voodoo takes a lead, filming every moment, not missing a beat. Follies, laughs, and sighs. What can I do? My partner in crime is always breaking through. Oh, Frauditor Follies and his little voodoo, running around the streets, filming all that they do. They've got a mission to expose and reveal, but sometimes the doll just loves a little. So if you see them coming, better be aware. Frauditor Follies and voodoo, quite there.
But I'm gonna stall
with a camera and a doll, they'll make you smile, bringing chaos and fun mile after mile. So if you see them coming, better be aware. Frauditor Follies and voodoo, quite the pair. With a camera and a doll, they'll make you smile, bringing chaos and fun mile after mile.
For a while, the woman on the toilet, DNA on the filthy floor next to the toilet. Finally, the
Voodoo's
woman
got a
says,
mind of its own, that's clear.
Don't you think this is inappropriate?
Sneaking through the crowd, causing
your
panic and
mom.
fear. With a twist and a turn, it's always on the run, chasing after stories, just looking for fun.
Oh man, I love that. It was great. Oh my goodness gracious me. Thank you so much, Keebler. Thank you, Uncle Arnie. Oh my goodness. Here's a couple happy dances and a round of applause for you guys. All right. All right. So what'd you think of that there, Mr. Thomas?
I liked it. It's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, that was fun. A song for me and a song for New Style Voodoo. I love it.
Okay. I'm like, maybe Voodoo will calm down with all his anger and everything now.
I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's ask him. What do you think? That was a great song. Finally, somebody celebrating me. Dag nabbit, because I'm the pimp, you're the simp, and I've been eating all the shrimp. Ow.
Now, ask Voodoo, what do he think about what LIA did?
Oh, he's a hero. He's a hero. Oh, yes, destroying people's lives. That's what frauditing's all about. The more people's lives you destroy, the better. Ow. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Oh, no. Everyone should sub now because I lost subs yesterday. Oh, no. Puts up a video about me and loses subs. Ah, crap. Oh, well. That's what happens. It goes both ways, That's one of the things about the Danger family. Like, Keebler's great and the Danger family and all that. And that's the thing. It's like there are people on both sides. I mean, Josh Abrams is a member, but it's like it's basically people who like were friends with Doc Danger, and he was able to bring people together because his show was a music show, so it didn't matter what you believed in politically or what you were doing or whatever. It's like, you like good music? Here, check it out. Here's the Doc Danger show, So like, I don't know. It was always fun over there. Nothing but love and support for them, of course. And Keebler has a voodoo doll.
Oh, he does?
And yeah, well, Keebler was saying that it was the voodoo doll who made that pro voodoo video. and because Doc Danger won one in one of my contests, and when he passed, Keebler inherited it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And he says only what, nine of them made, or just 6 of them? I know it's between 6 and 9, I think.
This is number 6 right here.
Oh, okay.
The very last one of the 9 is in the box, but I don't know which number it is because part of the deal with whoever it's going to win it, I never opened it. I never took it out of the package that Salacious originally sent it to me in. So it's 100% original. Yeah. Oh, she says Doc's was number 8. Cool. Thank you, Keebler. Yes. I got a tiny voodoo and a baby voodoo. And what about cat scratch voodoo? Do cat scratch voodoo. Do. Oh man, see, I'm trying to filibuster until cupcake time.
This what? Yeah, still have what, 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you have any plans for this Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk my kid to and from school like 22 times because the fact of the matter is he's starting a new school, and again it's right down here, but like since I'm gonna be working and he's gonna be in a new school, I'm gonna be at work when he gets off, so he's gonna have to walk home by himself, which again, the school's right there. It's not a far walk at all. But it's a new school for him, so I have to make sure that he knows the way. You know, I don't want to get lost just when it's just a straight shot. Because last time we went up there, I was like, okay, you lead me. I'll follow you, and I won't say a word. And if you're going the wrong way, I won't say anything. I want to see where you go, where you end up going. And not literally, but he took me like halfway to Minnesota. It's like, no, dude, you're going the wrong way. NCR News Network, what's up? I am number 2. Who is number 1? You are number 6. I'm not a number. I'm a free man. Yep. I used that in the News Now Voodoo in one of Voodoo's videos. Absolutely. When he got tased into oblivion by Blackheart Knight. Yep.
I'm waiting for Voodoo to say, well, my name is in all caps, that isn't me.
Yes. I'm not the all caps name News Now Voodoo, dagnabbit.
And I was watching when you had the court case for Voodoo. I'm like, it would have been hilarious if Voodoo would have said, if he kept on arguing, would you have no jurisdiction? What's the jurisdiction?
Well, I you know what? I didn't go that route because the gag was that he was drunk in court. So all of my bits in that were him being like, well, I don't know what's going on, man, kind of a thing, Because when the judge is looking for him, it cuts to him in the bar. And he's like, oh, wait, that was today? Ah, crap. And then he goes to court and he shows up to court drunk. So he didn't make any of those arguments because he didn't even know what was going on. At one point, he's like, who's spinning the room, man? Cut it out, And oh, man.
Watching
that was a fun video to make.
Watching Voodoo and everything, it kind of takes you back to when The Simpsons first started. The very first seasons of The Simpsons.
Yeah. Great stuff.
That's just for me, though. It may not make sense, but for me, it does.
Well, no, I see it. I mean, I definitely, I grew up on The Simpsons, right? So I could see that style of humor seeping into me, through me and what I do. I could see that. But it's time for the cupcake happy dance. All right, here we go. All right. Okay. Ole. All right. Yes.
Ole.
We love cupcake. That's right. There she is. Yes. All right.
All right, Maggie.
Yes.
Olay.
Yes. Olay. Beautiful. I love it when she sees it. Oh, yes. We're going to throw another one in just because I'm so excited. All right. Yes. Yeah.
Love you, Maggie. Glad that you're back.
Yes, absolutely. We love you. All of our thoughts and prayers are with you as always. Oh my goodness gracious me. So there we go. All right. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, again, just a reminder, since it's Friday and Monday is Labor Day, that look at Frauditors Network. She's so awesome. So since Monday's Labor Day, I'm going to try to do like a mega stream on Monday. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but I have all weekend to figure out what I'm going to do. But I'm thinking of doing a mega stream on Monday because starting Tuesday at my new job, I'm working today. I've been working a lot. But starting Monday, because it's the new month, is when my full-time regular schedule kicks in permanent. And that's going to have me starting work at 8 my time every day. So around 7:30 every day, I'm going to have to start wrapping up the show. And so this is going to be about the normal end time. So usually we'll go out on a cupcake happy dance. Then we will do the 7:20, say goodbyes, and then move about our business. So again, that's going to start next week. But Monday for Labor Day, we're going to try to do a super mega stream. It's going to be great. Love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us again. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, once again for coming up. Any last words for the peoples?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Just be kind to each other. Just be kind.
Yes. How hard is that, Frauditors? Be kind to people. Have you ever thought of that? You ever heard of it? That idea ever crossed your mind? Well, is it illegal to be rude? I don't care if it's illegal. I'm asking you. Why not just be kind to people? I'm not asking you if it's legal or not. I'm asking you why not just do it because it's the right thing to do.
Treat people the same way how you want to be treated. It's not hard.
Oh, yeah, and they don't. Absolutely. You know what? Oh, you know what? Now that you said that, that made me think of something I wanted to say, and I didn't. So I want to throw that in before we wrap up the show. Because yesterday we watched an Amendment press video with him being back. And after the show, I thought about the video. And I wasn't just like listening to Amendment press thinking, oh, listen to this idiot spout this nonsense. But I was actually listening to what he was saying. And I think I figured out what his problem is. His problem, and this, I think, goes for a lot of these guys, but especially with Amendment press. Jason Gutterman. I think his problem is that it's like he's trying to teach his son not to let people walk all over you. I'm going to act this way because there's no way I'm going to let anyone walk all over me. The problem is they don't see that they're the ones doing the walking. I'm not going to let anyone step on me, but they don't realize they're the ones doing the stepping.
Right.
It's so frustrating.
You teaching your son how not to let people walk all over you while you walking over people yourself.
Right. It's the get them before they get you mentality. It's just assuming that everybody's automatically out to get you. So if you get them, they don't feel guilty because they did something to someone. They feel like, well, if I didn't do something to them, they probably would have done something to me anyway. So it's good what I did.
Right.
Horrible, rotten, no good slime balls. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Have a good weekend, everybody. Love you guys. You're the best fans in the world. Thank you for joining me again, Mr. Thomas. Thank you, Keebler, for the video. Thank you, Uncle Artie. Thank you, everyone, for all the super chats and all the awesomeness. I love you guys. You're the best fans in the world. And like I always say, at the end of the day, hip, hip, hooray. Oh, yeah. I'm all shook up. Has anybody seen the defendant? Does anyone know where News Now Voodoo is right now? Anyone?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. This is the way a pimp gets down. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking it. It's old school, man. Yeah. I ain't fooling around no more, man. I got out of there. Hezkuai ain't never gonna figure this one out. That's right. Oh, man. I'm the pimp. You're the simp. And I've been eating all the shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Wait, what? I got court. Oh, wait, that's today?